Bets.
Hello everyone, this is Mike with BetBlitz. Welcome back to your source for daily sports picks. Solid day yesterday hitting all but one of our plays, but today's a new day and we are looking to set you up again with a few of some of the best picks on both PrizePicks as well as Underdog. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 300 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. Also, at the end of this video, let us know down in the comment section below which of these picks you will be taking, as well as the ones you won't, and any other lines that you think have a great chance of hitting. And if the picks in this video aren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below to gain access to the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now you can gain access to their top tier analyst for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. Today we will be getting into the NBA's Tuesday slate of games for round 2 of the NBA playoffs. So take a moment and hit that like button. Again, if this video gets above 300 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video. For our first pick, we'll be under the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Nikola Jokic for less than 50.5 PRA. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, and by the way, if you'd like to try Outlier for yourself, click our link in the description below to gain a free 7-day trial. We see that this is a line Nikola Jokic has actually failed to exceed in 8 of his last 10 games, including in 3 straight games. Additionally, this line Nikola Jokic has failed to exceed in 60% of his last 20 games, in near 50% of the games he's played this season, as well as in 8 of his last 11 matchups versus the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets will be facing off against Oklahoma City Thunder defense that this season had been very solid overall when it came to defending against their opponents' PRA totals, not giving up too many points or assists, giving up a little bit more of a fair share on the rebound side, but overall not too high of a PRA total to their opponents. And when it came to defending against opponents' centers, specifically, they were also ranked very solidly overall, not giving up too many points, rebounds, or assists overall to the position. And coming into this game with the way the Oklahoma City Thunder have been playing Nikola Jokic, and also keeping multiple bigs on the floor to defend him, we don't expect Nikola Jokic to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Nikola Jokic is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games, near 40 minutes per game. However, his minutes have not necessarily translated to an increase in his overall PRA total, especially when facing off against Oklahoma City Thunder. And coming into this game on the road, we aren't expecting Nikola Jokic to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Nikola Jokic for less than 50.5 PRA. Now for our next pick, it is a line that has been getting bumped pretty much all day, and if you guys have been on PrizePicks and many other DFS platforms, you know that line bumping is a big issue. That is why we want to introduce you guys to Epic Fantasy. These guys have an amazing platform for sports betting and picking player props, because unlike most DFS apps and sportsbooks where their lines are constantly getting bumped, on Epic, you don't have to worry about that because they have what's called line consistency, meaning the lines that they have at the beginning of the day stay the exact same to the end of the day. In other words, Epic does not bump lines at all. And another thing that we really do love about Epic is that, unlike most DFS apps or sportsbooks where you are playing against the house, on Epic, you are actually not facing off against the app. You are facing off against other users on the app, whether playing one-on-one or in a tournament setting. And what that means for you is that you have the ability to still win your slips, even if you miss multiple picks. All you have to do is get more picks right than your opponent. And best of all, on Epic, they have extremely high payout boosts compared to the other DFS apps. And if you're hearing this and you thought this can't get any better, well, Epic is giving you guys a nice little deposit match when you guys use code BLITZ. So if you guys hate line bumping, love high payouts, and want to win your slips, even if you miss a couple of plays, click our link in the description below and sign up for Epic. Use code BLITZ, claim your deposit match, and we know you'll love Epic as much as we do. And now for our next play, we'll again be under the PRA tab, and this time we'll be selecting Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for less than 45 PRA. Now taking a quick look around Outlier, we see that this line SGA has actually failed to exceed in 6 of his last 10 games. Additionally, this line SGA has failed to exceed in 55% of his last 20 games, including in 2 ties. On the season, this is a line SGA has failed to exceed in nearly 60% of the games he's played. And head-to-head versus the Denver Nuggets, this is a line SGA has failed to exceed in 7 of his last 12 matchups versus the Denver Nuggets. Now, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and the Oklahoma City Thunder will be facing off against a Denver Nuggets defense that this season has not been very good overall when it comes to defending against their opponents' PRA totals, giving up a fair share amount of points and assists to their opponents overall. Not too many rebounds, though, to their opponents. And when it comes to defending against opponents' shooting guards, the Denver Nuggets are pretty much exactly the same, giving up a fair share amount of points, assists, and rebounds to the position. Here's the Nuggets' defensive numbers against opponent point guards for those of you who want to see that as well. However, despite Denver being very poor defensively defending against their opponents' PRAs, this still has been a long series, even though it's been about 4 games. And with the way the scheduling has been going, playing back-to-back, or rather every other day, we do feel both teams will be a little bit fatigued, resulting in a lower scoring game, and ultimately keeping SGA below his line. Here's a quick look at his minutes per game for those of you guys who want to see that as well. Solid dose of minutes per game, however, not necessarily translating to an increase in his PRA total. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for less than 45 PRA. Now for those of you guys wisely making picks with Underdog as well, we wanted to share with you a couple of plays that we thought had a great chance of hitting, and that is Evan Mobley for higher than 0.5 double-doubles, as well as Tyrese Halliburton for higher than 0.5 double-doubles. And if you guys like making picks on the traditional PRA stats, but also want to make picks on whether or not players will get double-doubles or triple-doubles, click our link in the description below and sign up for Underdog using code BETBLITZ, because when you do, you'll receive a free pick, as well as $1,000 in bonus cash. And right now, Underdog has been going absolutely insane with all their free picks, discounted player props, and promos that they are dropping as gifts in your lobby on a day-to-day basis. So if you guys are already on Underdog, sign up using code BETBLITZ, make sure you guys aren't leaving any money on the table, and claim your free pick and bonus cash, and trust us, your profits will increase. And now, before we get into our third pick, we wanted to share with you, for those of you guys who want to take your sports betting to the next level, RotoWire's incredible platform. They've got a ton of tools, not just for individual player props, but for sports betting, DFS apps, and fantasy sports if you guys are into that as well. However, one of the tools that we do love the best on RotoWire is their incredible projection tool. And what we like about it is your ability to filter out to whatever platform that you're on. So let's say you are on PrizePicks, Underdog, and Sleeper. You could easily filter out to all of these apps. And from there, you could even type in a player of your choice or just go with the default picks that are there. But for example, let's just say you wanted to look up a player like Evan Mobley. RotoWire makes a clear distinction between the player props that are leading higher and the ones that are leading lower. And what we love about RotoWire is that they break down how many DFS apps are projecting the line to hit, how sportsbooks are projecting lines to hit, and then they give their own projection of what they feel this line will hit. And this really gives you a full, comprehensive landscape of how the sports betting world is viewing each individual player prop. And again, it does this for each player prop available for whatever player that you choose. And again, this is just one of the many tools available on RotoWire. They've even got sports-related news available for all major sports leagues. And right now, RotoWire will give you an incredible 25% off your access to their platform when you use code BLITZ. So click our link in the description below and sign up if you guys are looking to take your sports betting to the next level. Now for our next play, we'll be under the 3-pointers made tab, and this time we'll be selecting Aaron Gordon for more than 1.5 3-pointers made. Now taking a quick look here on Outlier, we see that this is a line that Aaron Gordon has actually only exceeded in 5 of his last 10 games, so this line may come as a bit of a surprise to you. However, what we really do want to focus on is that Aaron Gordon's last 5 games, in which he's exceeded this line in 4 of them, and this is because Oklahoma City Thunder have been leaving Aaron Gordon pretty much wide open behind the arc, and he's really been capitalizing on it. 3 3-pointers in his last game, 4 before that, 2 and 3 in each of the games he's played versus the Denver Nuggets this postseason. Additionally, Aaron Gordon and the Denver Nuggets will be facing off against the Oklahoma City Thunder defense that this season has been pretty average overall when it comes to defending the perimeter, giving up a fair share amount of 3-pointers to their opponents overall. And when it comes to defending against the opponent power forward position, the Oklahoma City Thunder are one of the worst teams overall, giving up a fair share amount of 3-pointers to the position. And coming into this game, especially with the way they've been playing Aaron Gordon, we do expect him to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. Now taking a quick look here at his minutes, we see that Aaron Gordon is getting a solid dose of minutes per game over his last 10 games. They're 38 minutes per game. And one of the things we do like about Aaron Gordon, again, over his last 10 games, shooting very efficiently from behind the arc, 42% three-point shooting on over 4 attempts per game. So coming into this game, we do like Aaron Gordon to have plenty of time as well as opportunity to reach this line. This season, Aaron Gordon has really improved his three-point shooting, making over 1.5 three-pointers per game, shooting in a very impressive 43%, close to 44% from behind the arc, on over 3 three-pointers per game attempted. And again, with the way the Oklahoma City Thunder have been playing Aaron Gordon, pretty much leaving him wide open, and with the way they've been defending his position the entire year, we do expect Aaron Gordon to have plenty of opportunity to reach this line. So for all these reasons, we'll be taking Aaron Gordon for more than 1.5 three-pointers made. If you're new to the channel, take a moment to subscribe and turn on your post notifications so that you can have early access to our picks as soon as we post and before the lines get bumped. Also, take a moment and hit the like button. We do have a like goal for this video, and if this video gets above 300 likes, we'll be dropping bonus picks in our next video, so take a moment and hit that like button. And again, if the picks in this video weren't enough for you and you'd like access to even more picks, click our link in the description below and sign up for the outlet. These guys are the premier sports betting community, and right now, you can gain access to them for 15% off when you use code BLITZ. These guys will get you right, so go give them a look. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in our next video.